All right, so I'm going to do this video real quick with, let me exit out of pattern mode. You'll see we're in the koala mode right now. So someone asked, can they use basically the effects from the SP to record in, and can they use the ones on the koala to go back? The effects work both ways. So I'm going to show you that real quick. Pattern banks, I should say banks A through D are koala mode. However, if you go over to pattern E through J, they're all in the SP. So if you're going to record something into koala or into the SP, make sure your external source is on first. And then you can record in. You can literally just hit, you can either use the mark features if you want to do the looper, or you can just, like I usually do, I'll just go record, then set the, let's just do something simple like 2 bars. Set the tempo to what you want it to be, right? Pick a pad that you want to record into. I have mine set to wait. If you do shift 10, that'll give you a count in. You can switch it up however you want. I just have mine set to wait. I'm going to go ahead and set this again because I don't know why it changed. Catch the beat. All right, so now I'll go back to E, and there it is. Now, let's say you want to stop that. Let's go back here. Let's say you want, I'm going to delete that now. Go back to here, and I'm going to show you that you can use the effects. So there's different ways to do it. You could have on 3/4, like for instance, if I go shift 16, you'll see I have nothing going on 3/4. So I could turn on, I'm going to turn on, go back. Compressor, no, I don't want that one. These are presets, by the way. I have one that's my favorite, number 7, but that's my choice. I put it as a cassette compressor. You can change it by using this and go over and change whatever you want it to be, and then set it as a favorite. Now, anything I record here will take on that compressor and that cassette sound, right? So all I have to do is exit out of there, go back to E, hit record, press a pad, set the tempo. And then, that was terrible drumming, but anyway. And now that is already there under E. Okay, let's delete it. I'm gonna show you another thing real quick that you can do. We're going back to E. I'm just using E as just an example, okay? You can use E through J for recording in. You can also go shift plus the internal right there and change the input. And now if you go up here, instead of bypass, you could have all these different other effects that are on here. So let's use, I'm going to use this vinyl sim. I'm going to turn the noise down just a little bit. Maybe like there. Something like that. Okay. Now that vinyl sim is coming through the input it's on. You see it says external in. So anything I record is going to work. So we'll go back to E. I'm going to hit record, select the pad, set it to 2 bars, and change the BPM. Same principle. I have mine set to wait. Catch the beat. I didn't play on beat, by the way. That's okay, though. I'm just showing you that it works. All right, now go into vinyl sim and let's turn the input off. So we're just going to bypass it. And now go back to E. You're going to still see it's there. Hear it? Okay, so that was a terrible beat. Disregard the lack of skill there that I'd use, but you get the point. It's just that easy. You can, anything here, you can record into here with the sample. Now let's bring it back into Koala. So to go back into Koala, you're still going to use, let's say, because remember, A through D is just a controller. It's just acting as a controller to control what's already here. So if you're bringing sounds here, you're going to import those sounds generally. So I'm going to import just a quick drum kit. Actually, you know what? To make this even faster for me, I'm just going to record each one of these sounds in. So we're just going to hit, this doesn't really matter what it's set to, really doesn't. Nor does the tempo, because I'm just going to record. Okay, go back to E. I'm doing this only to make this fast. So we're going to go record in, record here. Boom, that's done. Back to E, record. Pick this pad, done. Oh, does it not hear it? For some reason, it's not hearing it. Go back to E. Record. Pick the pad. Good Lord. It was just so low, I guess it couldn't hear it for some reason. And then I'm just turning it down, by the way. Pitch shift in this one. Exit out of there. And here. All right, so now let's just say I have these drums in here. They're already here. And by the way, because I have on the bus effects something, it recorded that in, right? Because I have a compressor and all that. So see, when I turn it off, the compressor's not there. But let's say I want to put some different effects on. I want to use, let's see, what could I pick? I'll pick the Juno chorus. I don't know why I'm picking that. But anyway, and then on bus 1, I want to pick the... No, that would be dumb. Let's use the isolator for whatever reason. Because maybe I want to shape the sound. All right, we're just going to use that. It doesn't matter. So now if I record back into here, okay, there it is. You might want to normalize it when it comes back in here. That's a terrible job of recording, but I'm just showing you really quickly that it works both ways. And if you want to chop it, just chop it. Maybe you want to chop it there so you have a perfect little 1 bar. I think this is about a 1 bar, yeah. If you stretch it, it's going to stretch to whatever that tempo is in Koala. You see what I'm saying? Simple as that. So you can record both ways. You can use the effects in here, put it in here, or you can use the effects from here. So if you turn on performance mode, you could, let's say you want to record this sample loop out of here, back into here. I'm going to delete all these. Boom, get rid of those. Go back to here. And you want to record this into here. And let's say you turn off now the effects because you don't want those on. So you're going to bypass the effects here, right? And you just want to record in what you have there. You could do that too and use the effects here while you're doing it. So you could be like, all right, I'm just going to hit record. I'm going to set the tempo to 68 just because that's what that is. Okay, then hit record. It's going to wait for you to press play, then hit play. All right, there it is. Now I'm going to stop it here because it's still playing. And then I'm going to go back to E. That's where it was. There it is. Turn your loop on. You just want to loop it. I highly suggest set perfect loops if you want to do it that way. But if you don't do it that way. Do it however you want. It doesn't matter. So I would probably turn on, if you hit resample, a 0 snap comes on, so that way you don't get. Right there, truncate it. And now if I hit the loop, it's gonna loop out. See? Just that simple. I just took a loop, performed the loop into here. I made a loop in here, performed it into here. Now I have it over here. Now I can take this and do whatever I want. Chop it up in here or put some more effects on it or whatever you want to do. Send it back over here. It's pretty much a playground to go between the two devices to give you a controller. It just adds to me a benefit of having, like if you have this, you don't need this. Because somebody was like, well, I don't think you need both. You don't. But to have the playground of both and be able to do something in here that you might like to do and then go back over here and throw something in here and then go back and just move as much as you want. Because Koala, let's be honest, Koala is pretty dang easy to take a track and just touch it, hit tools, auto chop. It automatically chops it for you, but then you could do your own equal, lazy chop it, however you want to do. So Koala is pretty easy, but some people still want the tactile. So now you got the best of both worlds. You got the tactile with the iPad, the sounds, any sound in there can come over back and forth. So you guys see what is up. That's why I say, in my opinion, this is the best, right? Or you got, and something a lot of people don't, if you're new to Koala that you may not know, is Koala, if you hit, I did that kind of fast, huh? Let me do that again. So let's say I want these hats. I want to put some ratchet on the hats or note repeat on the hat, however you want to term it. So you basically can go touch here, go into the piano grid, choose it, and then they have note repeat and turn on the velocity. Now, the SP suffers in that avenue. To me, it does not work well with ratchet hats and things of that nature. I think, in my opinion, that's one of its weaknesses. But you see how I can go here now. Let's say I want to put these hats in here. I have a tempo of 68. I want that to be. So I can hit record, set this for 68. I'm going to set it for 4 bars just so I have something to work with. Hit record. For some reason, they have a few things they need to work out still, like why the tempo keeps changing. It shouldn't change like that when I hit it. But anyway, here it is. So it's waiting on me to start hitting something. So I'm going to go. Whatever. Go back to. Oh, you know what? Sorry about that. Hold on. Cancel. Exit out. Go here. I just deleted something. I don't care. I'm not tripping on that. I'm just got to stop this bank from keep ringing. Okay. So what I was trying to show you where I messed up here was when you do it, you need to turn the headphone off. If you do that, it's going to double pick the microphone up and that at the same time, and it won't work right. It'll give you that extra, sounds like it's delaying or something effect. So, I mean, unless you want that effect for whatever reason. All right, so back to bank A, hit record, set the tempo, pretty simple. Okay, pick your pad. I'm going to tell you pick your pad first, then set your tempo, because every time I pick the pad and I set the tempo, pick the pad, it changes the tempo back to 120, which is kind of weird why it keeps doing that. So I'm going to say pick your pad, set the tempo, then just go into the sequencer right here, and then start your hats. When you go up and down with the velocity on, it's changing the velocity. Okay. Go back to your sample. Pretty simple, right? If you want your ratchet hats. Put it on loop. Let it loop out. You want to check and see if it loops. Hit the roll button. It'll take it to the end. Boom. Perfect loop. Sounds good. There you go. So, yes, they work both ways. The effects work from here to here, vice versa. You can record in whatever you want while it's in koala mode. You don't have to turn it off and on. You just use different banks, E through J. And then you have the ability to record samples. And it's pretty easy in here. Like, let's say I want to stack it. Well, first of all, I'll come out of the keyboard thing there. I have this one. I got 2 copies, and I want to pitch. I'm going to leave this one regular, and I want to stack. Now, in here, to stack a sample, I'm going to record in one, or I'm going to leave this one in, and we'll just copy. Go back, copy. Okay, so now we have 3, right? You could put an effect on whichever one, but to stack them in here, you go shift, resample, and then you pick the pads, and you can put different volumes or different percentages of which one. And now you hit enter, and it'll stack. It'll ask you where you want to stack it. We'll stack it there. Boom. Now you have a stack hat right here. It's really loud too, because you're just stacking more volume there. So I'm going to hit delete those. Boom, you're here. All right, so over here, it's just put one here, put one on top of it, and it's mix. If you add it to the end, it'll do that. Like if you need a 4 to the floor, I guess you could do that or whatever. Anyway, so just put one here, stack another one with a different tone on top of it. Now you have a new kick sound, right? You want to make it really different, pitch it down. Maybe put some release on it. Little tone. And stack another one on top of that. Mix. I'm just saying, whatever you want to do is pretty much there. All right. So you get it. You can do ratchet hats with this. Without it, I would never try that in here without Koala or something to do the hats, because for whatever reason in here, the roll feature just don't work for me, okay? That's just me personally. Maybe somebody figured it out. It doesn't seem to be good to me. And I don't use this I don't do a lot of ratchet hats anyway. Every now and then I get the urge to do something like that. I'll just use Koala and do it in here. And then you could always just bring the hats over. You can also do this. A lot of people don't know that you can just, let's say you have a sequence here that you want to bring over. You could just record it, or you could resample the loop. And what it will do is it will make you a copy of that loop. Here, I'm going to get rid of this. And you could export it. And then now the one thing that would be cool, I think, is if there was a way to export a sample and just send it over. Like you made a loop in here, you want it over here without having to play it through. And you could just send it back and forth, because there is an SD card in here. So it'd be cool if you could just have access to it. And I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, if you go into this right here, I don't think you have access to the SP in here. Edit sidebar. Yeah, see, you don't have access to it. So if there was a way to access the stuff that's on your SD card here, then you could swap it back and forth. So that may be something they'll look into. Maybe. I don't know. I don't work for them. I just thought it would be cool, as if you could if it's plugged in, you could actually view the SD card. I think that's an Apple thing, and that Roland would have to look into, is that possible to do it here. Otherwise, yeah, this video is more about showing you can use the effects both ways. All right, that's all I got for this video, and I'm out.